live stream now. We're going to need to have it's recorded also. Milo, are you recording it?
No, hold on just a minute. Let me get back. I forgot to do that. Thank you very much. I gotta, let's see. I don't know if I am now. Yes, I am now, I believe.
I believe you are now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us
you.
today. Let's get the show started, Milo.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not, because I don't know. Hold on just a minute. I got to get the host back. Reclaim the host. There we go. Now I can, yeah, now it looks like I'm recording.
Yes, you are. And also, I think you're a little dark on your end. Did you forget to turn on the light?
No,
We're live streaming now, by the way.
I have my light on, but maybe I can turn it off. I'll brighten it up. How's that? Is that a little better?
It's not coming through for me right now.
Maybe it's my tan. Maybe it's my tan. Or
probably your tan.
Or my own passive hat. All right, we ready to go, Julie?
Absolutely. Let's get the show started. Remember,
right.
We are live streaming this now.
Julie and Milo show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from a near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to their stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they're loving that old blast away on passive. It's a here today on passive. There's just no better way. Listen to the Julie and the Milo show. Then you will be the very first to know on passive. It's here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way Wednesday night on passive. Oh, yeah. Take it away, Julie.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is May 25th, 2022. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show Wednesday night. Thank you so much. All our friends around the world are gathering here together with us on the Zoom. And welcome all our friends are currently watching on Facebook or on YouTube Live in so many channels of Unpassive. Thank you so much for joining us today. Without you, we are not going to be able to have the show today. My name is Julie. I am coming to you from Orange County, California. My dear friend, Milo, if you could please say hello.
Hey, I am Nashville Milo still, but on the screen you'll see me as Marlon Milo Davis, because that's my first name. So I'm with that. It's so good to have you on the show. And remember, if you was not here, we wouldn't have a show. So thank you so much for coming, all you founders. We love every one of you. Back to you, Julie. Absolutely.
Thank you, Milo, so much. Everyone, how are you doing? How excited? What are we doing? We are so excited to be in this company called Unpassive. Did you enjoy Unpassive 360 this morning? How excited are we? We're going to be opening the show today, just welcoming everyone that's joining us today. And please, coming on, raise your hands. Tell us, how excited are you? Look at last Monday during the roundtable, what we heard from Mr. Ashmore and the team, and then now today on his announcement. Please raise your hands, join on the conversation, and let us know how excited are you. Milo, I'm always gonna start with you, Milo. How excited are you?
Yeah, oh my God, Julie, I am so excited. I listened to 365 live, or 360 live. I guess I went to 365, but 360 live. What an incredible show that was today. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, please go back and watch it. I watched it twice. There was a couple things that I wasn't sure on the first time, and even the second time I wasn't completely sure on. So I want to clear them up right now. If you have the same questions, I sent the message over to Red, and Marty, and I got the answer back from Red, which I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. So June 1st is not the date that the founders stop. It could be, but it's not necessarily. June 1st is the announcement of the date. So it could be June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 15th, June 3rd, whatever. But it's very quick. It's coming very close. We know that we're one day closer every day, and that should be enough to excite all of us. The second question that I had in my mind was when Ash talks about re-signing that NDA. Now, no one has to worry about it, which is a great thing, but say that you do have one that it was maybe accepted, but now it's not because they go through it and they find out it's only a dot or something. You're gonna have to re-sign it, but you will get an email, so please don't worry about it or anything like that. But as said, and that would be the date. Now, when he said that would be the date, I know I got a lot of questions about it. Does that mean that's the date of the NDA? That's all it means. It means that the date of the NDA is going to be changed to that new date, not your joining date. Your joining date will remain intact. It will be the date, of the signing the NDA. But incredible stuff. So it was great to be there and to listen in. And so, I say we go right to it, Julie. So let's bring our first guest on, Mr. William, the Marshmallow Man DeLome. Come on in, brother.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you
Hear
good.
you, William.
Okay, thanks. I'm on the show now. I did watch a 360 and I've been watching attentively. It's like he was saying, beyond genius. So now that the positions are going to be closed, he's going to have like more time to give us more information. So what he was saying was that just one or two products like the old mail and the old Connect will make us very successful. So how exciting is that? And the data center is opening, so we know that's coming. That'll be very quick. So all I can say is it's beyond genius. So the products are very will be wanted by everybody. So we're in a really good position. Wouldn't you say so, Milo?
Absolutely. We're in a wonderful position, Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, William. Back to you, Julie.
Oh, one other
Absolutely.
thing, Milo.
Oh.
Can Milo, Julie, or Marty give me a call after the on Messenger? Because I have a challenge that I want to sort out. I need some instantly. So call me on Messenger, please.
Do you have one of our email, William?
Yes, I have. You're on my Messenger. I can't. I need to talk personally.
Okay,
Can you call me on Messenger, please?
sure. One of us will call you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Thank-
William.
Thank you, William. Thanks so much for being here with us today. It is very exciting. And, on Monday, he was talking about something that was exciting, something that we're all looking forward to. So just wanted to remind everyone, if you haven't listened to the last Monday roundtable, thank you, Marty, for putting it in the back office. Last Monday, my daughter was preparing to go on a science camp. And so I was in and out, back and forth. So thank you, Marty, for putting it out there for all of us to go back and listen. So if you haven't listened to the roundtable, please go back. The last, I would say 4 or 5 recording from Ash Mufarad in the back office. It said Mufarad, Ash only. If you haven't listened to them, spend some time and listen to them. And if you haven't felt the excitement of what's coming ahead of us, please do go back to them, listen to the recording. Not only that, read Peter Searle's notes also. So just wanted to remind you, and also you might have a few, team members or the people that you invited them on Passive. Please also go back and remind them to do that as well, encouraging everyone to do that. So let's get excited, because I know all of us have been contributing what it is happening in On Passive, and we are always go out there. And also thank you, Mr. Ash Mufarad and the team, by using the hashtag that is out there. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining us today. Susan Hodge, you are up next. If you would please unmute your mic.
Hi, Julie. Hi, Milo. I'm so excited to be able to be here. Wednesday night's always my Bible study night, so I never get to be on your show, and they didn't have one tonight. So I am excited to be able to be a part of your show, and thank you for having me. I am so excited to hear what Mr. Ash had to say today. I always listen with my earbuds because I'm usually working, but blockchain just kind of blew me away. Just those 2 words on top of everything else he's doing. I'm like, it never ends. It's just overwhelming. It's so amazing. And then him just paying for the positions for all those people that desperately needed it. I mean, he just blew me away today, and he's got a heart that doesn't ever stop. So my only hope is that I can honor him by doing as much as I can to give back. So thank you for having me, Julie. And I'll be in California October, the first time ever. So coming for a wedding in La Jolla. So
Okay.
I'm excited.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. So I'll be in your neck of the woods. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Susan. Great to meet you, and look forward to meet you in person. Absolutely. When you're here in California, please call us. Reach out. There's lots of us here.
All right. I'll text you before I come and see if we can meet up somewhere. You know, it's such exciting times, you know. I'm so happy to be a part of this. I've been in since 2018, and I've been listening the whole time because I work 6 days a week and I don't really have the free time. So, but I'm always listening. I'm always got my earbuds in, and I go back and listen because a lot of times I miss. So I've been following it, and it's really, really been exciting. And
Awesome, Susan. When did you come in 2018?
November the 4th.
November the 4th. All right.
Yep. Yeah. It's been exciting. That's for sure. And I'm glad to see how far it's come, and it's turned into so much more than it was started out to be. So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on tonight and sharing with us. And, you know, I've got some things written down, and you hit on 2 of them. And I love what happened on the show. I wasn't on the show live, but when Ash told about how they gave away all those spots, man, it just touched my heart. And I'm thinking, man, I want to be able to do that also one of these days, just give away to people, you know. And it's all about the humanity type thing. You know, at first it was about what is it going to do for us? And now we all realize that, hey, it's a much bigger purpose. It's a much bigger thing than that. It's about what can we do for others, and it makes you feel so good. So thank you for that. The other thing that you said that I love is blockchain. I've been into crypto and stuff like that, and blockchain to me is a great thing, and there is so much that can be done with it. I'm so excited to hear him say that. And All right, let's go on to our next one. Miss Jeannie, come on down.
I'm next. Yay.
Oh, wait,
Well,
wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I messed up. I always do that. I
oh,
pull my-
such a tease, Milo.
I'm sorry. Miriam Weisberg is next. I'm sorry. Miriam Weisberg. How you
Hi, how
doing?
you doing?
Good.
I was gonna pretty much say what Bruce said, that Ash said a long time ago that we will get more information once Founders closes, to where we're not gonna have any more founders coming in. So that's what I'm excited about, because think of everything we're gonna hear and everything we're gonna find out, and how much more that's gonna open up to us once the founding position closes. So now I'm excited that position's closing. I mean, we have something to celebrate. So I think this is really going to be special. I'm just really excited about all this, and that's it.
I know many of us are speechless, Miriam. I
I
know,
know.
me too.
I mean, what else is there? We're helping people. We're going to find out more information. He's doing so much, and we're going to be able to do so much for others once this starts. So, I mean, it's huge and it's overwhelming. So, and it's real. People think this isn't real. This is real. I just want to show it to everybody online, but I don't know if we can do that yet.
That's right. I agree with you, Miriam. Good to have you here with us. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks.
Yes, I would like to take this opportunity to shout out to all the founders who have came before us. Milo here has joined in 2018, and there are so many. I know Sherry Durstaway, my angel here in California, Terry Thompson. There are so many founders that joined in on Passive since 2018. You're stuck around, and you told many of us to come and join on Passive. I'd like to shout out to all of those early founders. We appreciate you so much for telling the things that you treasure and you value the most, but you're not keeping it to yourself, but you go out there and you tell the world. And that's exactly many of us are currently doing, is to tell the world the story of Unpassive. And just wanted to shout out to all of the founders that came in 2018. And thank you, Milo, for telling me about Unpassive in 2019.
Thank
All
you
right.
for joining, Julie.
That was the gift. That was an awesome gift. Thank you so much. All right, Gina Lee, good to have you. I get to introduce beautiful Gina Lee.
Oh, thank you so much, Julie and Milo. It's so great to be here. Most of the folks who already talked share the same things I'm feeling, which is just awe and gratitude and all of that. I mean, just looking at Ash and Mohammed, they've got stuff that they're just dying to tell us. They're like almost cracking up. They have so much bubbling up enthusiasm, and they want to share. And so when that founder position closes, they are going to just start to bring those things out. So that's super exciting. And also about Yemen, because Ash has been so generous from the start. He's just giving and giving and giving. There's a possibility of us maybe taking it for granted, like, he must be very wealthy and he's giving and giving and giving. But for 1,200 people, their lives are now completely changed. And that is just a sampling of what's going to happen around the world. So I hope we never get so used to this man's generosity and heart that we ever take it for granted, because that is massive what he did there and what he's doing for all of 1.3 million of us. It is, I hope we never ever take it for granted, because he is just so he's such a beautiful example of heart-centered leadership. And so I just wanted to mention that. I was so moved by that, and that is just the start. That's just the start. So I just wanted to add that, and I'm just as excited as everybody here. It's just beyond comprehension, actually.
That is such a great point that you bring up, Jeannie, and I love it, and I remember from way back when Ash made the quote, I might not be able to change the whole world, but I can change somebody's world. And he did it again in such a big way. But our hearts and our minds are going to connect with that. And hopefully we're going to do the same thing. We're going to be giving out tons of places for people and helping people, and I don't know. There was a TikTok that come out about single moms, and it was about single moms, how they're struggling and how, the government and Congress are wanting to do this and do that. And here they live on all this money and they don't even think about anyone but themselves. And it's time that someone changes that we don't just think about ourselves. There's a lot of others out there. And it's such a blessing when you can do that. And then those people will reciprocate and it just gets bigger and bigger. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Those people that think that they're high and mighty, they're not so high and mighty no more, because the corruption is going to be corrected, and it's a beautiful thing. I love what he did. And I love what On Passive is doing. And on our show, I got that quote that I say, On Passive is changing the world, one person at a time. And it started with Ash Mufaro. But whatever Ash Mufaro does, now there's 1.3 million people that are going to do that same thing later on. We're getting geared up to do that. But once we have it, hopefully we won't forget where we came from and what our intentions are. And we can keep that same mindset, about humanity, helping people. All right, I said enough. I think I went over my time. All right, next up we got Miss Judy Oliver. Come on down.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Hi. My heart is so full. I was thinking about what is it exactly that I'm feeling? And I think it feels like I keep getting presents. Like every time he adds something or every time somebody talks about how wonderful a particular platform is or business is, I just get that same feeling that I've been blessed, that I'm excited about what I've been given. And it just is not going away. I get up in the morning, it doesn't matter what I have to do. It just doesn't seem like it's important anymore. Anything that I want to do is all wrapped up on Passive, and that's all I care about. And I just am so excited to have met all you wonderful people and to be having all this fun with you and experience all this excitement. And I just can't wait till we can get our hands on something we can bless some people with and get going. So every moment I'm waiting and learning and just experiencing like the rest of you. So thank you very much for letting me talk.
Judy, thank you so much for sharing. Absolutely. Passive is a gift, and every time Mr. Ashmore give us something, it's another gift. It's another gift. I have been kind of saying this to myself, and I know I do say that on the show also. Passive is a gift, is a blessing to the world. And it is the gift that keeps on giving. And I believe so many of us looking at the way Mr. Ashmore, how he is giving to the world. And I believe many, many of us will continue that. We'll continue the act of giving, the kindness to go ahead, go out there and change the world, make the most impact in the world. Milo, you brought up a subject about single mom. Absolutely. I know there's so many single moms out there. I am one of them. It's not easy to raise children on your own, even though you have the support from their father, but still, it's not easy. But when we are raising our children and we know that our children's life is set, our college fund is there, our college fund is available, that's a fulfilling feelings that I have. And so on Passive, absolutely, not only it is a gift, but it is a blessing for many of us. So I'm so glad to see my dear sister Gladys is here with us. Gladys, good to have you here. Please unmute your mic.
Thank you so much, my sister Julie, and thank you, Milo, and everyone here. Today, watching our CEO, Mr. Ash, speak, I was more of thinking and celebrating the journey that we have had together from the beginning until now as founders in OnPassive, but also his giving, the kind of heart that he has. It left me more thinking today. I know I've always said that I do talk to my children about giving, always giving to the less fortunate or sharing. But looking on the panel here, and I'm sure many of the founders that we have, majority will be above 20 or above 30. So the challenge that we have, being that we have been given the vision of changing, reshaping humanity through giving, are we going to be the last generation? What can we do? We have seen for our CEO, the whole of his family is in Obless. His son is in Obless. What are we going to teach our children? So my prayer is that us as founders, that we pass this legacy down so that whenever we give, Ash gives with a purpose. He gives to change people's lives. And I believe if we can also give with purpose to change people's lives and to pass this legacy down to our children and to our children's children, to the third and fourth generation and beyond. And also to remember that we have been blessed to be a blessing. And also when he mentioned about the 1st of June, Milo, thank you for clarifying this. But I believe strongly that every extra day that Ash is giving us to bring in a new founder is to change somebody's life. So let's use these remaining few days to just share the opportunity, and those who God will speak to, those who will get the vision, they will come in. So thank you very much. We are blessed to be founders, and I think this is the best ride of our life. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you, Gladys. You brought up a great point there that I love is let's teach our children, not just our children, our grandchildren. I bought each of my child a founder's position, and I bought each of my grandchildren a founder's position. Now, why did I do that? It wasn't just so that they would be set, but it was, and I got to tell you, my grandchildren they give a lot, so they're into that. But I want them to continue to do that. I want them to know that, hey, this is not all about you. There's other kids out there that are, are hurting, that they're not, and whether they want to help their football team or they want to help their baseball team or they're in this community, I don't even know what it is, that goes around and blesses people at Christmas time. I love that stuff. And I want them to continue to be able to do that. And I want to teach them to do that and let them feel how good it is. How good does it feel when you give away to someone else, when you help someone else out? I think that's a beautiful thing that you brought up. All right. And next up we have Adrianne Hampton. Come on down.
Hi. Hear me?
We can hear you good.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Great. I'm like so excited. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm so excited. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, Adrianne.
Okay. This is the first time I was finally got on a webinar because I've been working so much, but I also been, listening to the recordings every single day. I came in June of 2018, and this is wonderful. I knew it when I first got in. I couldn't sleep at all. And I kept watching the video over and over again. And I was telling all my friends, some of them were like naysayers, skeptical. I have gotten like a 20, maybe 20 people on the team. But also I was watching earlier the 360 past 360, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And it said that they got changed can't change
Adrianne, it's a
ID
little
number,
bit
but someone
hard.
has changed my ID number. Like how
You're coming in and out. I'm not sure, is it my network on your end?
Yeah, she's coming in and out on mine too, Julie.
okay.
You're breaking up a lot.
Yeah, I just saw Marty. Is he still there?
If
Is
you have a
Marty still
question,
there?
I believe he is, but he's not on camera right now. Adrianne, I believe you're, if you have
Oh.
question, if you could communicate on the chat and we'll communicate with you because we can't hear, I can't make out what you're saying right now. It's really in and out on my end.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong. But they had changed my ID and some founders are missing. And I was wondering, was it like they having a technical issue? I have
Adrianne,
wrote to support. And
okay.
Adrianne, I'm gonna communicate with you on the chat right now. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, but I'm gonna communicate with you on the chat right now, okay? So hang on.
okay.
All right.
All right, let's have Mohammed Syed. Mohammed, if you would please unmute your mic. We'd love to hear from you.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you good, Mohammed.
I want to say thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity to be on the panel here. Special thanks to Lynn and Milo and all the panelists and everyone here on the camera and everybody that's listening. And I'm super excited, so excited, like a kid in the playground right now. You have no idea. This morning I was glued in, just listening. Taking everything, and when Ash mentioned Yemen, it's so close to me. Some of the areas that I really want to go and do some things there. And I have a friend that lives with me who's from Yemen, so it's kind of very close to me personally. And I share this with him, but he couldn't believe, right now it's just hard to digest for us founders. It's coming to an end, and we've been putting this out there, trying to bring in people. Every time you bring in someone, you're not just blessing them, you're also blessing their surrounding, family members, close friends. And for me, I joined August of last year, and I saw the impact. I saw the destination. It's not about the journey, it's the destination. And right now, my mindset completely transformed. Thanks to Passive. I want to, send my blessings to Ash, the man with the golden heart. He created a giant, and I'm so blessed to be surrounded by people like all of you guys who are, are positive minded, humble, just trying to make a positive change and impact on the world. And I always believed in helping. Just making a cause, little things, even though like you see someone on the street, maybe buy them a lunch and smile at them or ask them simple things like how's your day. All that brings joy in somebody's life. You don't know what people are going through at the end of the day. And when you have something like Passive that has such a program like All Blessed, can you imagine how the magnitude of the impact we can do within our community and the world surrounding us? And I just want to say thank you guys for giving me this opportunity once again. It's been a pleasure to be listening to all this. I was driving, I was in the Walmart, but I was just so excited. So let me just get on this. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the show. Great stuff. All right, I would just like to take just a few minutes to run over a couple things because I think what's her name was referring to changing your stuff, changing your profile. to change your profile, everyone should know how to get into their back office. Just go to oldfounders.net, type in your email, type in your password. You'll get a access code. Put that access code in. Bam! It opens up. When you get there, there'll be usually a little flag that comes up that tells you something that's happening, and you click off of that. Then you go to the right-hand corner, and you'll either see your picture if you put a picture in there, or your initials if you haven't. So in other words, I would see a picture of me, or I would see a picture, a round circle that says MD, and that's not for medical doctor. That's for Milo. Okay, but you go click on that, click on the very first thing, profile. It brings up everything about you. Now, what you do need to make sure is that it is your real name. In other words, I put all of mine as Milo Davis. Well, that doesn't count. I've got to go back in. I've got to change all my profiles to Marlon Davis, because that's my legal name, Marlon Davis. So it's got to be your legal name is what it's got to be in there. Then you go through, make sure your telephone number is right. It can't have any pluses. It's got to have either just zeros and numbers, okay? You make sure that your telephone number is right. You make sure that the country that you were in, if you're in the USA, click USA. If you're in Germany, click Germany, okay? Once you do that, I believe that's it, isn't it, Julie? That's all you can change, because the next that, you can't change your email. That will be blued out or grayed out, and you can't change your ID number, and you can't change your the date that you started. Those are givens. You can't change those, but make sure that's all done, and then make sure you click update or save. I think it's update, but update. It will update all of that, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about anything. If your NDA is signed, which if your NDA is not signed, make sure you sign your NDA. And if you can check that by going to documents, right underneath profile, it says documents, and it will say NDA. You can click it. If your NDA is there, you are golden. You don't have to worry about a thing. If that signature doesn't come about, or doesn't work, they're going to send you an email that says, hey, you got to go in there and change it, and all that'll happen, they'll keep the old document that you signed first, whatever date that was, but they'll attach a new document that says, hey, here's the new one with the sign, it doesn't have a dot, or it doesn't have an X, or whatever. This one is signed, this one's valid, and here's the date. That's all for the, legality of it. All right, I wanted to go over that. Thank you for giving me a little bit of time to do that. And next up, we got Mr. Roy Davies. Come on down, brother.
Okay, there we go. There we are. Y'all hear me?
Go. Got you good. You sound good.
I'm so excited, man. I might have to call you and have you to FedEx me some ibuprofen or Adlees or Tylenol or something, because my mind is blown away. I know a lot of people on here today, their minds is blown away too, what Ash, shared with us, with the round table and the 360 today. Ash Mafara, he's still showing how big a heart he got and what he did today. And that was so good of him, because those people that need, the people over there that need, I live that type of life, and I know what the kids is like over there when they go to bed without eating and wake up the next day without eating. I know that feeling. I mean, I won't live that life now because I'm a little bit set more now than then. So my goal is, when I get myself financially set myself, I want to take care of Old Bless real good, so Old Bless can do what it set out to do, even though I haven't signed nothing in my back office yet, my name or nothing, but it's always a time that you can always contribute to Old Bless. So I appreciate y'all always, because I know Ash appreciate you all leaders, Marty, Chris, Red, Julie, Milo, Lynn, whole lot of y'all, almost all you leaders. I mean, y'all got his back. And Ash really care about y'all too. And that's why he say he'll take you anywhere he go. And I don't blame, if I was a CEO, I would too. So I appreciate you all. And when I do get myself situated, it ain't just only stopping at, contributing to Old Bless. When I get myself financially situated, I'm going out myself, traveling through all the states that I done lived in. If I can still know the people that I know that need help, I'm gonna help them. If I see somebody along the way, because people don't have a place to stay or living under the bridges and stuff like that. I mean, some people like that, you can't help because they really don't want to help. If you just throw money out there to some of the people like that, that ain't the way they want to live. I know a lot of you all seen people that, just travel the road on bicycles and stuff like that. It ain't because of that's what they have to do. Some of them people got plenty of money, but that's the life they choose. That's the life they want to live. But I want to help the people that really need the help. I know it's a lot of single mothers out there with kids, and they just ain't able to provide for their kids because they don't have the opportunity or the chance. And those type of peoples I want to help. Don't get me wrong, it's men out there doing for their kids too. Single men struggling, doing for their kids too. And I just give kudos to all those who tries. Because if and nothing fails but a try. So I don't want to, kill up a lot of time here because I know it may be many more people have something to say. But some of the webinars I go on, I have a problem getting to the webinar to raise my hand because some of the webinars don't have your hands, up there where you can click on it. And when I go to the chat, you don't see a hand in the chat nowhere. So the only thing I can do is, just post something in the chat, saying hello to everybody. But all this stuff, I'm gonna learn it. Then I'm gonna be able to go to any one of them, this live. And I just want to share a little bit, with y'all since I can get on the panelists. And everybody have a blessed night.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you.
You're doing fantastic, Roy. You are here and we appreciate you being here. So next time when you are at a webinar, just raise your hands. Raise your hand. Okay, you're doing great. And thank you for all the...
One more thing, Julie.
Sure.
I've been spending most of the day going through most of my positions, because about 3 years ago, we had to put in abbreviations of the other positions that we had, right? And under my profile, that what was showing my initials. So after last couple of weeks, saying that, we had to go through our profile and put our original name to all of them. So that's what I was doing today. And I had about 3 accounts. When I put in the email address and the password, and I click OK, and I go and get my password, put there, and hit enter.
Let's do this, Roy.
They come up with, say, blocked.
Roy, let's do this. Today we are sharing the excitement of Untitled to the world. And let's do this. Why don't we, either you could come to the round table, or you could start sending some information to an email that I'm going to be giving it to you. And then let's do that from there, okay? We'll make sure you get in.
Okay. All right, Julie.
All right, Roy. Thanks so much for being here with us. And yes, get excited. Thank you for all the shout out there as well. Good to have you with us, Roy.
All right, thank you,
All
Julie.
right. My dear sister from Michigan, Joyce Hicks, if you would please unmute your mic, Joy.
Hi, Julie. Hi, Milo. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for letting me speak. I am so stinking excited that it's just over the top. Oh my gosh. Every single time Ash opens his mouth, there's something new and something amazing that comes out. And I just appreciate him so much and appreciate everyone so much in that he's allowed us to surround ourselves with so many wonderful people and so many friends, so many sisters and brothers that I just love you guys like you're my family. And, you know, Ash is just totally genius. And because he lets the genius above teach him and show him everything that he needs to do. So what an amazing ride we're on. What an amazing time to be in on passive, just to be in the position that we are in. And the round table was I always say off the chain. And then the 360 was just like over the top. So, you know, I'm super excited. And I just want to say that Chris Johnson said something very special. He said, you know, for years we've looked out of the same window, you know, every single day, and we've been looking for something different. And now we have a new window to look out of. So every day we'll be able to look out of a new window. And my thing is like, and now that we'll look out of this new window and we can look out to see how many people we can bless. You know, Ash is a prime example. He's a perfect example of giving. He's an example of, you know, what it's like to give. And he just shows us and teaches us that as well. So just think about the windows we'll be able to look out, and we'll be able to look to see how many people who we can bless, who's in that window that we need to bless. So, you know, God is just so awesome. He brought this into my life, into our lives. And we are just able to bless so many people, to change so many lives. You know, like I said, when we first started out, it was a different thing, but now it's not about me. It's about people and about who I can help and who needs something. And when he did that for those people today, it was like brought tears to my eyes. And I was just really literally in tears. And, you know, his heart is just so big, and just so grateful to be in this place. So grateful to have all of you as my friends and my sisters and brothers. Love you all. Wishing you all a wonderful and a blessed day. Go out and hug someone, give them some love, and show them a smile, because you, like someone said, you never know what someone else is going through. So be blessed. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Milo. Thank you, everyone. Love you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Joyce, for your great words. And I love what Chris said also about looking out the window. I never thought of it that way, but what a great example. You know, I don't want to sit there and look at the same thing. I don't want to do the same thing that I've done my whole life. I want to be able to step out. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to go and explore things and do different things in my life. And it's all because of Own Passive. Such an incredible thing. And when we figure out, and I forget who was saying, you know, but when Ash when he says the Founders is over, that's going to change the whole dynamics of this whole thing. I hope you know, because all of a sudden he's going to tell us things that he wouldn't tell us, because he didn't want to tell us, because everyone would want in as founders, and he didn't want everyone in as founders. But when that comes on, it's going to be a great day, I'm telling you. And we get those products in our hands, and we see what O Mail's like. We see what O Connect's like. We see what O Creates like. And we start working with them. That's what it's all about. That's what this journey's been all about, is we're going to be the first to get to do them, to use them, you know, for that little bit of time while they figure out if the money's flowing right. And then once it opens up the world, look out, Katie barred the door, kaboom. And I think William said everybody better have their earplugs in, and I don't even know if the windows are going to make it, you know. But anyway, that's enough said from me. And we got my good friend from way up in Canada, Mr. Dave Angelic. Come on down and talk to us, brother.
Hey, Milo, how are you, buddy? Long
Good.
time since I've been here. So thank you very much to you and Julie for hosting this for people like me and everybody else that's here today. It's absolutely terrific. My reason for being here today is a couple of things. Number one, last week, our family was very pleased to be able to celebrate my mom Ruby's 93rd birthday. And I got over 200 responses from a post I did. And I'll say that 90% of those responses were from people from OnPassive, passing on, beautiful message to my mom. And I showed her this and she couldn't believe it. She said, "Who are these people?" She said, "Why are they all saying all these nice things and happy birthday and that?" And I said, "Mom, that's the business of OnPassive that I'm in and the people that I've met." And they not only touched my heart, but they touched Mom's heart as well. And for that, I am greatly thankful to all of you. So thank you for that. The second thing I wanted to talk about was yesterday. My heart was broken when I saw the events that took place in Texas and the children that lost their lives. And that kind of put me in a little bit of a downer. But today I went to OnPassive 360 and there was Ash and the group and talking about what they could do for those 1,200 people in Yemen and to bring them into this beautiful, beautiful organization that we're all part of. And that, again, that lifted me up and took away a little bit of that sorrow I was feeling. And but that's what OnPassive is. It's organization of great-minded people that come together and lift each other up. Not humanity. Yes, that's coming, but us, the founders that are all here, and how blessed we are to have, this big family of friends that we get to come and talk with each week, and hear different things from our friends and leaders. You've got the OnPassive 360 gang, and you've got Julio and Milo show. You've got Ron and Lynn that are all here, and those are my go-to each and every week. I've been so busy on the road the last 3 or 4 months that I haven't been able to come and visit, but I listen as I'm rolling down the road, putting 5,000 kilometers on a week. So it's been a busy time, and I just want to say thank you to everybody because I'm so blessed to be a founder in OnPassive. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Dave. Thanks so much for being here. I know you are busy and traveling back and forth, but you are making your time being here with us, and you are also playing a very important role in OnPassive as well. We appreciate all the efforts. Thank you so much for being here. Just to make sure that you're driving safe, even if you're on the road and listening to webinar. So make sure you keep your eyes on the road. All right. All right, Dave. Thanks so much for being here. Harold Fox, good to have you with us, Harold. Please go ahead and unmute your mic and tell us what's in your mind.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here amongst you guys. One thing I wanted to say, Milo mentioned about the profile. I've done the profile several times, but now when I pop the profile, it comes up on the left-hand side, and I'm unable to get into my profile and stuff. I wonder if anyone else was having a problem.
This is what I think. This is actually for everyone too. Remember when he said on Monday, we are going to have a new website, remember? I believe that there's a lot of moving parts. So if you try it today and it really doesn't come out the way how you're supposed to see it, I would say keep trying, because we know the next website that are coming out is going to be full of information and all the pieces that needed for it to come to our place. So I would say, Harold, and for everyone and for myself too, keep trying, keep trying. It's going to come out and it's going to be perfect, right? Because if it's not perfect, he said he's going to fix that, right? So that's our guy.
There's one other thing I wanted to say. On Monday, when Mr. Ash comes on and talks, I mean, it's so intense what he says. You try to listen to everything and write down some of the things that he says. But when Paul comes on and do a recap, it's like, wow, did he say that? And I'm just so pumped to be able to, you know, get a recap of exactly what he says, because he's so intense and so motivated to change the world. And I for so long, when I first came in, I was coming in, I don't know about most of you, I was coming in for the money. I came in 3 years ago. When I first came in, it was about the money. But since I've been around you guys, it has done a 360. I'm about helping other people. When the apples come, they come. But I want to be able to help other people. And that's my objective. And these shows just intensifies everything that I want to do. And I want to thank you guys for increasing my enthusiasm, because I was just ho-hum, but coming on these shows, being able to talk and express yourself has just motivated me to the top. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you, Harold. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. And it was wonderful what you said, and I want to go back to Dave Angelic. Dave Angelic said something that really touched me just a minute ago. Those kids in Texas, what a terrible thing. What a sad thing that happened. And something popped in my mind, and I said, you know what? What if we took Old Bless, and I know it's not available yet, but it's going to be soon. But what if we took and we went to Old Bless and we gave each of us gave $10. Do you realize if each of us, and I know we won't get that, but if each of us did give just $10, we could send $100,300,000 to those families. I'm telling you, they're going through a lot. And can you imagine what that would do? That would speak volumes, because we all know that something's wrong, but how, no one's stepping up and fixing it. How can we step up and fix it? By sending that money, that would be a great thing where we're handing out, or we're helping the world out. And I think if the world will see this, that so many more people will know about On Passive, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. I really believe that. All right, next up, we got all the way from Canada, Miss Lista. Toosh, come on down.
Hello, everyone. It's me again. I'm so glad to be back. I have my computer again, not trying to see everything on a little phone. Oh my goodness, that was a terrible time. But anyway, I didn't think that Ash could blow my mind the way he did today. Oh my goodness. And he was so calm saying it. Who does that? Reach out and help so many people, and it's like an everyday thing to him. I was just, and I know everybody's been using this word blown away, but we are blown away. We can't help but be blown away by what he's done. And I know that he will continue, to help. He is just one amazing man. Never in my life have I not met, but listen and, see and just everything that he's done and he's doing. And we know that there's so much more to come. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing, And On Passive, it excites me more and more every day. I think about it, even without power for 3.5 days, I just wanted to be on my little phone so I could listen to everything. I don't want to miss anything because that's how much I'm excited by On Passive. I've met so many loving, caring people. All the ones that reached out to me, you, Julie, and a few others. I was so grateful because it's a scary thing not having power. You don't know until it happens to you. It's just beautiful. I thank God every every day for all these blessings, for blessing me with everyone, with the best family ever. And they all right here. And there are many, many more, I know. But I love you guys. I just wanted to say how grateful I am. And I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lystra, for being here. I'm glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. I'm glad you have light also, because I know you were out of power for a couple of weeks. Yeah, for
No, 3.5 days. It felt like a year.
It's like about weeks. I thought so. Good to have you back, Lystra.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Up next is my angel, our angels here in California. And I'm telling you, the sweetest and the kindest angel I've ever had. Sherry Durstaway and my other angel, Terry Thompson. We did a get together on last Sunday just to share what we are going to do in California to kind of getting the action into play, or the plan into actions, right? So we got together and we did a meeting. We do hope that you have a chance to actually listen to it. Some of us are share some really great points. As for Sherry, she has shared a lot of points. So Sherry, my angel Durstaway, if you would please unmute your mic and let us know, how are you doing today?
Oh my Lord. Fire, 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 fire. That's how I'm doing. I don't know about anybody else, but after that, that was fire, fire, fire. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, who's taking the time out to focus on your life. And I want to thank everybody who's done anything here. But fire, fire, fire. I don't know about you. I just barely got off the floor to come to this event here because I was on the floor after Monday and then after today, what Ash had said. I'm just, and I have my Kleenex boxes. And when this goes after what he's going to tell us on next week, Wednesday, you better have your Kleenex boxes ready and have somebody standing next to you or be on the floor while you're listening to it. Because it's going to, like they said, there's no word like blowing it away. I'm not sure what, I'm going to try to figure out another word, Shazam or something. This has been an incredible movement from the start. And I don't know, I wouldn't have done it without all you founders have added just a little piece to the puzzle that made it a plus and gold around it, to make it all together. And like Ash said, sharing it just with one person, to change one person's life, to me, that is incredible. I do lives every day. And I know I don't get a lot of traction, but I do know this: if I just touch one person and I've changed one person's life, then I feel good about it, whether it be on that or anything that I've shared, whether it be any kind of word I said or anything. But Ash did say today, I love this part. The flight is taking off to a new height, AFF, which is a fun flight. So watch out. When we hear from Ash, we know we're always going to get a surprise. So if you're down and you're having a blue day, please get on these events and you'll get cheered up, even if you listen to the after event ones, because it will cheer you up. And know that this is the best place to be on earth because it's positive. We have brothers and sisters here who love each other from around the world. I would have not have met none of you. Probably I'd be lucky if I ran into Julie or Terry even on the street, even though we live close by. And the funny thing is, Terry and I used to live in the same town years ago. And it's funny is because us three, we think alike. We're like, oh no, did you just text what I was thinking? So those are the kinds of relationships you guys are having here. And I can't wait to meet you all and know that Ash has such a big heart. When he said about what he did, that doesn't surprise me, because he does have such a big heart. And I always knew that from the moment I heard his 2 audios. That's what drew me in, is his heart and the power of whatever you believe in. I believe in the Lord, of intuition or whatever it is. That is what this is driven by, a higher power. And like he said on Monday, timing is everything. think about it. I hate thinking about what happened to the schools and the kids. O Academy, the best place we're going to be now. O Academy is off the chart. So many other things are going to be off the chart. Oh, by the way, what I know I'm talking a lot. I'm so excited, and I talk fast when I'm excited, so excuse me. And another thing was what Michael said, which I've always thought all along. In passive, all our portfolios, all our products, anything we have, we are not duds. We're the actual fireworks explosion going off. Sorry, I love fireworks, so I would use that analogy. We're fireworks. Every product, every portfolio, everything we have is a firework. And you get to be a part of the amazing firework and bless others in this world. So know that you're important. I'll leave it at that. And let's see what we have on the next ride that we have with Ash. So have your Kleenex box ready and have somebody with you or be on the floor when you're watching the next event. Thank you, Ash Mafar and your family. I love you guys, all the pieces, and the staff. We will keep our prayers for all of them. Anybody who's done anything, even if you did a like, a share, and you don't know how to make videos, you are important in this world. I love you all the pieces. God bless. And remember that you are important and don't take any second for granted because we are never promised the next second. Love you all the pieces.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. There you have it from one of Ash's angels. You know, Charlie had his angels, so Ash has got his angels in California. Sherry and Julie and Terry, you know, they do such a great work for us. And Sherry's probably got the most seniority on anyone on this show today, because I think she come in August of 2018. I'm not sure that anyone can top that one unless Karina's here. I think she was about the same time. But anyway, so good to hear from you. And next up, we got, you know, I don't know that I've ever seen you, Benjamin. Have you been to our show before? We got Benjamin Mangano. Come on down, brother. Unmute yourself. There you go.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the panelists. I'm Benjamin Mengomo from Northern Virginia. I just don't know what to say. Yes, I've been in. I listened to all the videos, and I'm tapped in from day one because I believe that really, truly, God is at work here. And there's going to be so many testimonies. I mean, of the 1.2 million of us, people have not even opened up their mouth. Some of the founders, there's going to be some powerful, powerful testimony that we have not heard. Just to say a little bit about myself, how I came into this passive. It's nothing short of God's work, because I've been in the United States. I'm from Cameroon, originally from Africa. I've been here for 38 years. About a year and a half ago, if I can share my story briefly, please. Two best friends of mine called me and wanted to talk to me about Unpassive from Maryland. I knocked it. I just didn't want to hear it at all. Immediately, in my mind, I already assumed that this is just another, scheme or pyramid that they wanted to share with me. I did not even give them the opportunity. I had not two friends. In addition to that, my daughter is 21 years old. She just graduated from college last week. She called me up, Daddy, I want to talk to you about this Unpassive. Again, I pushed her aside. So 7 months almost passed. I was in my bed one weekend sleeping. I'm connected on YouTube to a friend channel in Paris, France, listening. I had just set up a business, a real estate business to start, paid all the website, everything, close to about $3,000 investment. But where I was stuck was in marketing, to get leads. And as I was listening to this YouTube program, there was two guests on it, one from Papua New Guinea and a fellow brother David in Papua New Guinea, plus Dr. Georgie Bianda. They were talking about Unpassive, discussing in Paris. And I one thing they said from the what kind of moved me, they talk about marketing, how they, the Unpassive will do the marketing for you. If you have a business, they will bring everything to you, or you won't have to do that. That caught my attention. The plus is mentioned by AI. I'm like, I listened to it, and by the end of the video, I took down Dr. Georgia Bianda phone number. Name. I jotted it down. The next day, I Googled his name. It came up, plus his phone number. And I called him immediately. I said, Dr. Georgie, I heard you talk yesterday about passive and marketing. Here's what I'm in business here. I have a real estate business that I'm about to start, and I'm stuck here with marketing. How can Unpassive help me? Briefly, he explained to me and everything. I said, thank you, doctor. I'll get back with you. So I took that link immediately. I always share with my kids. I said it to my daughter and my son. I said, please look at this, baby. This is what, I listened to last night, and maybe this Unpassive could help us with our business. My daughter immediately recognized the name because she's already part of it, of Unpassive. She immediately sent me a message back saying, wow, Daddy, remember this is the business, Unpassive is the business I was trying to share with you almost a year, 6-7 months ago, and you wanted to listen to it. So I'm saying this is, I just thank God because God is at work here. And ever since then, I signed up one account, and then I said, let me see if what it could do to my real estate business. But ever since then, I've literally dropped everything and just focusing here and sharing with literally everyone from France to South America that I know of. And I've even forgotten that how I got connected just by the grace of God, to the grace of God. That's how I came into Unpassive. Almost didn't say it, but this is to say that everyone, please, that going to be a part of this opportunity will be part of it. So I get sometimes even impatient now when I share with folks and they don't see it. I'm like, I want to knock somebody in the back of the head, like, how can you don't see this? But I know that, I have to look back at myself, how long it took me to see this, But, to finish the end here, Mr. Mashara, the CEO, he's just, he says something, God is with us, is here. And that's for sure. God is at work, powerfully at work here. And I tell all my team people that I've helped, I've shared with the opportunity with it. I'm telling them simply that if you're coming here just with the mindset that this is, for you and your little family, then this is small. It's going to be too small for you. You have to look at the big picture. And that's
right.
Absolutely.
That's right, Benjamin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny.
We really appreciate you being here with us. For sure, many of us are speechless right now, just based on the information that we are receiving, what we have been seeing. And it's true. If you're thinking big, it's just how big can we think it, So if you have a mindset of saying, this is this much, then it will only be that much. Got to think bigger. So Momodu, you're in the house. Thanks so much for joining us. Please unmute your mic. I have a cough. I got up.
Yes, Miss Julie. Sorry you can't see my face. I'm busy working here. Good evening, Miss Julie and everybody. I don't have much to say. I just want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. Ash, because since I became a founder 2 years ago, and everything I have learned through the able webinars organizers, you and others. I don't know how to thank you. So I don't have anything more to say, just to thank everybody that has participated and contributed into this our future. Because me, every day I slept and wake is a minus to my struggle and a plus to my success. So that's what keeps me going. And every moment, every time I witness Mr. Ash, it's just a confirmation to what he told me since I became a founder. So I know I, I have been blessed, my family, and my country as a whole. So I just want to thank you very much, Mr. Milo, and everybody, Miss Julie. Thank you.
Thank you, Momodu. It's always good to see you. You're such a supporter here. We love, well, we didn't see you, but we heard you. We have
Yes.
seen you before, so we appreciate you coming. All right, and next up, we got one of a guy that is seen all over the world. I mean, this guy goes to every webinar I think there is. It is none other than Mr. Bruce Gerstein. Come on down from Florida.
Hello, Milo. Hello,
Hey,
Julie. It's so good to be here. First of all, I want to thank God for bringing Ash Mafaro into this world and for Ash's love and compassion to commit to such a big project to help not only us, but the world. That's amazing, just amazing. My heart beats so hard for that. I heard a lot of things every day, every time Ash comes here, he throws us more nuggets and more nuggets. And while we're talking, he's listening and he's thinking about more things, and something triggers him to something else and something else. So what he finally said was, next week at 360, he will announce today that there'll be no more founders. And that doesn't mean exactly when, it just means he'll announce when next week. And that's nice to know that he has that firm commitment for himself to us. But what he said about doing such a blessing to the people from Yemen, it's about 2,000 people. And it's not only those 2,000 people, remember those are pending founders. Not only does he bless the people who could not get in themselves, he also blesses 2,000 more who then get another position under them to help them along the way too. That's amazing how that will work. I'm just like I said to you before, we're all going to need doctors to clear our ears once they pop. It's such an amazing thing. I just know that I've worn a hat today. I don't like to wear hats normally, but Milo, you inspired me. So I put on my on-passive hat. I hope it looks good.
Looks good, Bruce.
Yeah, and I'm a proud member of on-passive. And then when if I talk to them and they want to say something else, I tell them the same thing. I am committed 100% to on-passive. I'll give them a link, I'll show them, and then I'll let them go. It's not my job to bring people in. It's my job to spread the news. I come from a program that has a saying that says, we keep what we have by giving it away. Not only do we give away time and ourselves, we don't give our money away to them, but we have money when we're blessing all these other things on passive. We'll have enough to give to other people. As always says, make sure your house is taken care of first. So I'll do that first, and then I'll be blessing many people around the world, because blessings come in money, blessings come in heart, blessings come in uplifting humanity, uplifting people's spirits, like Vash always says to us. He also said one thing that I love. He would smile and he says, "Hi, I'm your friend." I love what he says, I'm your friend. So all of us are friends here. All of us are family here. And I love you all. And I love you like my friend Richard from Canada says. I love you all with all my heart. Namaste.
Namaste, Bruce. We love you so much. Thanks so much for being here, Bruce. I hope you're doing fantastically well. And
I see my doctor tomorrow. My brother's driving me to an appointment. See what's up. But thanks for all the prayers and all the kind words. So it's great.
thank you, Bruce. Many prayers your way. We have the whole entire family here. All right, let's have Rita. Rita, I see that you're in the house. If you would please unmute your mic, Rita.
Hello. Hi, Julie.
Hello. Hi, Rita.
Milo, everyone there. Hi. Nice to be back. I was absent for almost 3 weeks. I went to Africa. I came last week. And the journey was beautiful. I was planning to go through Dubai because it's like 10 years I've not been in Dubai, and I want to see where the magic happens, but the ticket is like high rocking. So I couldn't make it through Dubai, but I'm thankful that I'm back. When I was there, I tried to log in so that I can be able to attend all the webinars, but South Sudan is still a new country, and the system of internet and so is not that stable, and with the corruption or whatever it is, the country is not good anyway. So I went there to attend my sister's wedding, and it was simple and beautiful. 1 week was so joyful and beautiful, and the second week I lost my cousin. So it's good enough that his body was found after 3 days, and that was like, it's just like, you know, I tried to convince myself that this is life. One day it will be a happiness and tomorrow will be a sadness, but still we have to be thankful for every minute that we are living in this world. So that brings me to what I want to discuss today. I managed to talk to some people there, and I came with 6 people that were really happy to sign up because of the system there. Like as I said, the internet is not good. So I brought their money with their email, and I tried to sign in. Julie, you sent me an email. I sent an email. Now 3 days almost, nothing really happened. And you know, these people, they are struggling for their money. They want to know, they want to see what I did. And every day I am getting email calls like, where is the things that you signed us up? Where is, like, they don't see anything. And it's kind of like, you know, giving me more even stress because there is nothing that I will show. Like they have seen mine, but now they will be thinking that I use their money or I ate their money. So I wish that, you know, like if these things can be resolved very fast, because like when I send them up, it will say successful, but when I go to the email to verify, there is not email from the company. So I don't know how these things is gonna be, because like it's really stressing me up. So this is what I want to say.
Rita, thank you. Can you get with Julie or maybe on the round table, and they can get that cleared up for you. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm sure we can get it taken care of for you. So if you can take care of that on the round table or with Julie, you know, they can get that taken care of for you. All right. So I'm sorry, did you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rita. Thank you. And sorry for your loss, you know, over wherever you were. But all right, next up we got, well, first of all, let me say that Ash Mafaro, when I'm telling you, when you meet Ash Mafaro, or even if you see him on the show, I've been to many shows where they're motivational people and speakers. And I can tell you, you can never get as much nuggets as that man gives. And he gives them away free all the time. But we have in the house tonight another one that I met out in Boston. And I'm telling you, this guy is full of golden nuggets too. And I bring to the stage right now, Mr. John White. Come on down, brother. Unmute your mic. Keep it high and tight, brother.
Thank you, Milo. Good evening, fellow privileged people in all the world. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant, but what I'm saying is that we looked at Mr. Mufara's Passive, and he said $97. And we took a leap of faith and we came in, not thinking that it would be the monster that it is now. We can't even fathom what how big Passive is. When you start looking at the layers of things that just are going to be for founders, it's just mind bending. Mind bending.
There you go.
When I talked to Mr. Mufara, I just told him Monday, I said, you have devised a system that I don't know how you did it, but you duplicated what was in your heart. And you transferred that into a machine called Passive. You are a given spirit, and you attract people with the same like desires and spirit. See, this is so positive. This is so earth-shattering that nothing human will be able to stop it. And what did Mr. Mufara do? He attracted people who are just brilliant. I mean, off the chain, brilliant. But he also attracted people who were introverts, who weren't really, cut out to be tech savvy. So what he did is that he designed a machine that took all of that away. See, we can talk on the level that Mr. Mufara designed Passive. Plain, simple. All we've got to do is just make sure that we're taken care of. See, we have a maintenance that we are responsible for. It's almost like a house. You have the house, someone puts you in the house, beautiful furniture, but no one's going to come and clean the house. No one's going to keep that maintained. That's what Mr. Mufara is telling all of us now. We're founders in Passive. Founders in a multi-billion-dollar company that hasn't even launched. If Mr. Mufara wanted to, he could be the first world's trillionaire, but that's not where his heart is. He wants to do this. He wants to make sure that we as founders are taken care of. Now, the saddest thing that's going to happen to a lot is when the founder's position is closed forever. And once that happens, he's going to take us into his arms and we'll become closer than a brother or sister. He's going to reveal to us what has been in his heart for a very long period of time, because we are his family. And everything that we're going to be doing is going to be geared toward uplifting humanity. Look at the scene that we have right now. We have people from all over the world. Look at this beautiful background. Have you ever heard of a person who was known throughout Passive, but you never heard him speak or never saw him? Well, you see him in his works. The backdrops, Bill Musk. The backdrops, the beautiful backgrounds from Tim Johnson. Those are my partners when we go out. And now my friends, we have added the voice to our videos. And let me see the hands of people who know what I'm talking about when I said the voice. Robin Noble. So we are covered in all aspects. People are really drawn into someone who's all about helping others. And Mr. Mafara said, I thank you for the gratitude, John. But Zig Ziglar said that you can get anything out of life that you want to, as long as you help people get out of life what they want to. And there's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. See, there's a motive. When you give, you don't expect something back. And when you don't expect something back, you just get loads and loads of blessings. So thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. And we look forward to a big hug from my brother, Marty. Marty and I are basically twins. That's right.
Beautiful, beautiful, John. Thank you so much for being here. And absolutely, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, John, for being here with us.
Thank you, Julie. I appreciate you all the time. Peacock.
Good to have you here. All right. We are having another 30 minutes here with us, and I like to leave some time toward the end of our show to hear from our friend, our brother, Marty DeGamo. So we're going to have Lisa McBride, we have David Schweitzer, we're going to have Amand, and then we're going to have Marty come and join us and having conversation with us. So hopefully we all could keep our conversation between about 2 minutes. Is that good? All right, Lisa, you're up next. If you would please unmute your mic.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, Lisa?
Good. It's not echoing, is it? Because I am here with another founder and her computer's on too. So.
Nope, you're perfect.
Okay. Just do a couple quick questions. I have a YouTube channel and I think I have one video uploaded to it. And I had help doing that. But I think it was Marty that said that there's an app or something that I can get because it says that I have to subscribe in order to upload a video or something. I think it was Marty that said there was something I could download so that I could do that.
Okay, I know Julie has a whole series out on it that will help you with your YouTube channel. That's really good.
Okay, I'll check that. And the other thing that I'm curious, like when you're on Facebook and you share, goes to, Facebook or go to YouTube or go to Twitter or LinkedIn. What about on passive? Like, are we going to be able to share from one place to on passive? Is that going to be how that's going to work someday? You know what I mean? Like I can't share to on passive or from on passive yet, but is that going to be something that's doable in the future?
Well, you'll be able to share. You're talking about like on network or network? You'll be able to share on that.
Yeah, but like I can't share on passive network to Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter yet, right? Is that going to be like, am I understanding that right?
Lisa, let's do this. I do know that there are a lot of comments today. Do you notice that? Today is actually, we wanted to actually use this particular show to tell the world about our on-passive stories. So what I would like to do, that's okay, Lisa. What I would like to do is we would get together probably on Saturday, just to have everyone that would like to address some of the questions. We would do that, but let us use today as a day for us to tell the story. And then I do know that there are so many people out there that are willing to help anyone. So anyway, if you see anyone on the screen here and you're connecting to that individuals, someone that you might have worked together or spoke with before, maybe reached out today on the On Passive 360. You know, all the leaders here encouraging, let's reach out to someone if they have any kind of, you know, getting in the back office, stuff like that. Let's take another meeting where Julie and Milo will put together, have everyone coming on. We're gonna have someone's hopefully to help anything. You know, that's what we're here for. So Lisa, give us, I believe I will talk with Milo, and hopefully we'll have a show where we have everyone coming on and address some of the things that people having, you know, little wrinkle here and there with. All right, Lisa?
All right. Well, I will come and tell my story one of these days as soon as I can do it without tears.
Absolutely. We would love to hear your story. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. David Schweitzer, always love to hear from you, David. How are you doing? Please unmute your mic.
I am doing fine today. I'm just going to say, I want to say that first thing I want to say is I want to thank Ash for having a big heart, what he's done for us, for all of us. And I want to go back and say also thank you to all the leader councils, what they've done for us. And I made some really good friends since I've been in Unpassive, and I'm really happy about that. I also want to say, go back to the old saying that we're in it to win it. You know, we're ready to go to that next step. So, and I want to say this, fire, 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 fire. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Man, you got them all in except the hey, hey, hey. You know, all the other ones you got in, man. That was great. That was great. David Schweitzer from the guy who never hardly talks.
Hey. Okay, I forgot that.
There you go. All right, and next up we got Mr. Armand Hogue. Come on down, brother.
Thanks, brothers and sisters. I am honored to see everybody here. I'm honored to be here. I can't believe I'm here. I'm so stoked. I'm on fire, fire, fire. I just wanted to briefly say thank you very much to Mr. Ash Mafura, Lynn, Julie, everybody. I cannot believe this situation I'm in at this point in my life. Today happens to be 1 year. I've been invited in to Unpassive by Francesca Horbe, my sponsor. And coming into this thing, I'm telling you, I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was in it to win it. I had the heart feeling from the unseen hand of God passed down from Mr. Ash Mafura to all of us. And I don't know. I just don't know what to say. But I think I'm going to have this as my new birthday because I've been rejuvenated since I've come into Unpassive. And I'll keep it short. Thanks a million in U.S. funds, if I may. And have a great one. Good to see you, Janine, Judy, Lynn, Willow. There you are. My darling queen. Thanks. I'll shut up now. I go on for days.
Love you, Armand. Thanks so much for all the kind words for all the ladies here. I appreciate you very much.
Well,
all right, up next, Kiri Young from the USA. Kiri, if you would please unmute your mic.
Yes, yippee-i-a, what a good, great, and awesome day it is. My name is Kyrie. And I just would like to say, often in my prayers, I used to pray to be the foundation for someone's smile, tear of joy, laughter, and financial relief. In my area, I live in Washington, D.C. I give out Slim Jims wrapped to homeless people or just people on the street wrapped in $1 bills. With Unpassive, I am able to do more. Unpassive is my vehicle to bring happiness to so many deserving people. And that's all I wanted to say. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you, Kari. I loved it. I loved your heart. I love your passion. And that looks like that's the end of the hand. So we're going to move on now. To my good friend and buddy that we like to talk a lot, Marty DeGarmo, come on down and talk to us a little bit. We are exciting things, man. I know blockchain was exciting to you also. So let's talk.
Blockchain's amazing. Well, we had to figure he's going to get into that, right? He has to.
Oh yeah.
I didn't expect to hear it this early, but I didn't expect to hear anything he says this early. You know, I knew we'd probably wind up in Dubai in a few years. Didn't think we'd go there before we launched. No way. And not only did he go there, he bought two floors. I mean, who does that? Only Ask Mufara does that, right? Now, I was looking at, AWS, which is Amazon. They run a lot of these big companies, all their data. They made $18 billion just from data. And when Ask makes this statement like, we will be the king of data centers, he's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And it is a big, big deal. There's companies paying millions of dollars a month to have their data stored. And Ash hinted around to two things. The cost of running a data center is the power. What if, he said. Now, when Ash says what if, he has something cooking in the kitchen, okay? Put that in your head. If he says what if, he's already got something baking in the oven, all right? He said, what if we came up with a way to reduce the power? So you take a company that spends $5 million a month on data in a data center, you say, we'll give you the same thing for $2 million. Where's the competition? There is none. None. And let me tell you something. You get a few companies like that come on, pay us to host them. It's a residual stream. Let me rephrase that. It's a residual Niagara Falls of income for every one of us. Every time he mentions something, it's another multi-billion-dollar, whatever you want to call it. Every time I look deep into it, I go, yeah, okay, that's good money, but how big could it be? How big could it be? Look at domains for one. I looked up the top 10 domains. They're over $35 million a piece. $35 million a piece. What happens when you own the real estate online? You control it, you run it, and you rent it out. You are the landlord of renting space online. And you get paid every month for that. Every month. We're not even adding that up. What about the 30 or 40 products we don't even know yet? And one of them, he said 8 billion people could use. Newsflash, there's only 8 billion people on the planet. So that means everyone can use it. Everyone. So this is, I can't say it's bigger than I thought it was. I feel like an idiot. I say that every week. It's got, look, it's the only company I told you earlier, Milo. The more I learn, the more I realize we don't know anything.
Right.
Like he said, 10%. It's not. It was 10% 3 weeks ago. Now I know 7%. It's going down.
Yeah.
Because he's not adding more products. He's just telling us how big each one is. Not adding more. So I tell him, I said, whoa, back off. You said 10%. Yeah, 10% what I knew 2 weeks ago. But think about what we learned just in the last week and a half, 2 weeks.
Crazy.
It's massive. We're talking trillion. Okay, that's what kind of company this is going to be. Trillion. And then you have somebody walk up and say, which should be against the law and I'm passive, do you think I'll get my 3?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, look, there's a lot of people you could ask that. Don't do it to me. I am going to make fun of you, all right? Not on purpose. I love you, but don't ask me that. What happens when we're bringing in 3 million people a day? You think you get 3? I think you get 90 a day for 90 a month for everyone. I mean, I don't know where it's going to go, but I know where we think it's going, we're wrong. the heights and the speed of getting there were way off base. That's why he's jumping around like a leprechaun in his chair. He's got something he'd love to say more, but he can't. The sad thing is that some of the founders are not trustworthy. It's just the way it is. And it's a big percentage. They can't be trusted. So he drops little things once in a while. But there's so much we don't know. And I'll tell you what, if he brings out the data center, which he said will be ready by the 23rd of June, he brings that out and drops in OConnect and OStaff and the email service, your family could be set for life. Everybody in Unpassive, not just us on this panel or us in this room. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. And then people say, I don't get it. But I don't care if you get it. Email service, he said the other day, you can email as many people as you want, and you can also set up an autoresponder. That means you can program 25 or 30 autoresponders in an email series that go out at a certain time when you tell it to every single day. We were paying $600 a month for an autoresponder.
Yep.
Just an autoresponder alone. Because it held your emails. That's all it did. And sent emails. That's all it did. And then everybody says, well, we're competition. There's going to be heavy, heavy competition when Unpassive hits the planet. But it's not going to be for first place. First place to be taken. Guarantee it.
Marty, with your email responders and stuff, you were limited also, right?
What's that?
With your responders, you was limited to how many you could send out.
Oh, that was if every couple of months I was throwing away 20,000 leads.
Right, because you couldn't get to all of them. With
I couldn't afford it.
Right.
I couldn't afford it. Yeah, I couldn't afford it.
It's all unlimited. And you said something else there that really caught my ear, and you have a way of doing that sometimes, But when you talk about the power to the data servers, that is huge. Do you realize that countries don't want data servers because it takes too much electricity? They take too much electricity to run these things. Now, do you remember back when Ash said, we're going to have, it's not crypto, it's not fiat, but we will have our own finance system. But he did say, he's always been saying, you mine it, which is basically blockchain. Blockchain mines Bitcoin. So if you're doing that, now you got data centers that are green, that don't take as much electricity, but he can provide with the emails and stuff. You're blasting that on. Man, Marty, this is over the top.
Yeah, think about this for a moment. To make a building with mining equipment in it, for one thing, it's super loud, super hot, super energy. I mean, super energy. Electric is outrageous. If he's working on, which I believe he is, a way to reduce costs and can produce coins, just a hint, O coin, let's say, whatever coin, if it becomes a cryptocurrency, and you guys get to pay in cryptocurrency, and if you want to, you can buy some extra O coin to hold on to. O coin's worth $1, and a year it's worth 10 grand. And I'm telling you now, you can say, oh, that's never going to happen. Bitcoin was 9 cents. It went up to $60,000 a coin.
Right.
And they have nothing to base their coin on. Bitcoin's not based on anything. They don't have anything to back it. If O-Coin, I don't want to, I'm just saying O-Coin because that's all I ever heard. But if the company came out with their own crypto backed by the equipment, backed by the products, and then backed by the physical products, lights out, drop the freaking mic. No joke. No joke. And you don't have to know. I know people go, I don't know crypto, I don't know how to mine. You don't have to. That's the other beauty of it. You don't have to know squat. And then Ash comes up to you one day and says, hey, Nike wants to put an ad on buy 50 million websites. You want it to be on yours? What do I got to do? Just say yes. Yes. And you get an extra stream of income. You did nothing. It affected you nothing. A little square dot. And trust me, one day we will be the hunted. It's going to happen real soon. And what will happen, people come to Unpassive to sell things, to buy things, to hang out, to live. Why? We will be we'll be the only place in town. Why? We're ethical. Nobody likes Facebook. There's nowhere to go. They got a place to go. Everything we need will be in Unpassive. It's a big deal. It's bigger than, well, I ain't gonna say that again, but it's huge. Anyway.
It's beautiful, Marty, and think about, you know, how many countries right now, countries are against things like Bitcoin and things like that because of the way that it takes electricity, it takes resources, and it doesn't put back. Now think of this, even the people that are corrupt, how are they gonna be able to even say anything against us when this thing is doing everything that they said, you know, the other things were bad. Now this thing does everything. What are you going to do? Change your mind now and say, no, we don't want you because you don't use enough electricity. You can't do that. It's going to change the whole world's thoughts. And, you know, I believe that, you know, that people are going to welcome us, and it's going to be such a great thing because like you said, I mean, you know, as coming up to you and saying that, but you have websites, and the thing as a marketer, as an affiliate marketer, you know, and I know that it don't matter how nice that website is, what it looks like, what product you have, but if you cannot get traffic to it, you're not selling nothing. Ash is not just bringing us traffic, he is bringing us targeted traffic. So if you're selling whatever you're selling, it's going to go to your website. How can you lose? There is no possible way to even lose. I mean, it's crazy.
As said it the other day, the worst thing about any business, the punch in the face, is traffic. If you can't drive traffic, it doesn't matter what. I had a guy come to me, no joke, $500 for a website. He can't even drive a car, much less drive traffic, right? So, but for some reason in his mind, he knows he can't drive traffic, but somebody talked him into buying this big, beautiful website, and I like crushed him. And I wasn't trying to. All I asked him was, hey, that's beautiful. What do you think? I think it's amazing. I said, how are you going to get people to look at it? And he got real quiet and went, well, here's what he said. I read his mind. Damn, I just wasted $500. Because he can't drive the traffic. People don't know how to drive the traffic. Listen, what happens in a year from now? Ash brings out a product. We have 500 million people, and everybody buys it. Half of them buy it. It's another stream of income. It never, ever quits. The worst money you'll ever make will be month one. And it can go on and on and on and on and on and on. And I tell you what, tear apart each one. We were talking about domains. I thought I knew. Then I started really researching. I go, oh my God. We will be the landlord of the internet, especially with the data center. We own the data center. He met with AWS. I don't know what was said, but I think he said, hey, I want this able to have 1 million people run unlimited videos on our video conference thing. And they probably went to him and said, sure, no problem. $7 trillion a month. That's some crazy number. He said, okay, that's all I need to know. So what did he do? He sped up the data center getting completed. That's what we're waiting for. He gets that ready and we can hook him the big boys into that. It's lights out. No joke. No joke. And the difference is he doesn't just have a data center, it's a hybrid. It runs more efficient and faster because anything he does, he makes better tires, better engine, more horsepower. It looks like a car, but it runs like a jet. And that's how he does everything. And we're so fortunate. So I wasn't planning on talking, but my wife's staring at me right now. Anyway, that's all I got.
Julie?
Drop the mic, drop the mic, drop the mic, Marty and Milo. Wow, wow, this is so amazing. We are in such a good place. Unpassive is a done deal. Unpassive is success. So today we have been receiving so many gifts in Unpassive 360 in that everyone's around the world. Let's do this. Let's have Willow as our last speaker for tonight. Willow, if you would please, we have about a few minutes left. If you would like to be the last speaker for tonight, Willow, if you could please unmute your mic.
I thank you, darling. I got a late start because we had an electrical storm and everything was going out, no internet. But anyway, I made it. I just want to say, Marty, you're just fantastic as always. But my big thrill is the 3D printing. When Ash mentioned 3D printing, really casually, you know, he just throwing it out there like Marty says. He's already got it cooking. Do you know 3D printing in Europe is really, really big business. They're building homes, they're building everything. 3D printing is hot. And he said, you know, we're right on top of it. And when we showed him some videos of house building with 3D printing, because we've been looking into it for years, my son and I, he really got excited. So I know in the back of my mind, he's already got it figured out. And 3D printing is going to be 5D printing in less than a year. And they're already bringing out something like 5D printing. So we can have a little thing at home that we hook up to and build our parts for our vehicles and things like that. It's massive, absolutely massive. I don't think any of us can fathom the size or the breadth of what we're faced with in the future. We've been dropped right in the middle of a treasure trove. And all we can do is reach in and pick out what parts we want. And it's amazing to me that I talk. Oh, I want to say thank you to everyone that's been joining me on my late nights. I love you for it, and I'm having the time of my life. So I hope you'll come back. But I want to tell all my people that I know that are having a hard time, for God's sakes, don't wait. But you know, they still got this attitude that, oh, well, we'll see how it goes and then I'll call you, Willow. And I thought to myself, I'm going to do just what Marty said. Okay, bye. And I'll see you in Never Never Land. So thank you for just giving me a minute. I felt really bad about coming in late and looking like I've been out mowing. I have. I didn't have time to really plan on being this, but I didn't want to miss Julie and Milo. So thank you, darling, for having me.
Thank you, Willow.
Thank you,
Thank you, Willow. Love 3D printing, love 3D printing. Haven't heard anything about 5D printing, but I'm going to have to look it up. Hey, thank every one of you for coming to the show tonight. It was a great show. Remember, we would not have had a show unless you was here. And I would also like to give thanks, say some thanks. Julie is here every week with me, the co-host, me and her doing the co-hosting or whatever. And Marty comes on, man, what a blessing he is to us. And a lot of times we don't say it, but no, we mean it. Lynn Nakamoto, you're always here with us. You're always advertising for us and bringing people on. We appreciate that. And we appreciate everyone that's come here and helped out in any way they can. So that's all I got to say, Julie. It was a wonderful show. Back to, let's see, this way. Julie, back to Julie. Julie, take us out of here.
Thank you, Milo. I absolutely resonate with you. Thank you, Lynn, Marty, and everyone who are joining us today. Without you, we would not have a show. For the action you are taking tonight, please reach out to someone. Help as many people as you can. Just share the joy, even if they don't need help, right? Share the joy, the excitement is coming our way, and it actually has been here with us for a long time. Let's just keep going. On Passive, it's here, and On Passive is a blessing that keeps on giving. Thank you, Mr. Ash Mufar, the tech team, the team in Hyderabad, Mohammed Kamal, to everyone around the world. Remember, every single one of us is the brick that builds On Passive picture, or if you call it a puzzles, it's a piece of puzzles that all put together and fit together beautifully. There's treasures in On Passive. Do you know it or not? You're going to have to find out. If you're not, please get back with someone who share On Passive with you, because if you are in it, you are so going to win it. We are the winners of On Passive, all of us here. So we look forward to see you next time on our Saturday night from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us on the Julie and Milo Show. Good night from Orange County, California.
Good night from Nashville.
Good night from Milan.
Good
night
from
Georgia. Dubai from sunny Southern California.
From Canada.
Good night from
Southern
Washington, D.C.
California.
Much
Good
love.
night.
to all.
Hello, Richard Lamar.
We're
Bye.
freezing up here in
Hello,
Toronto.
Riyadh. Good to have
Hello,
you.
Jane. Good night,
Good
Miss
night.
Yen.
Good night from Virginia.
I think there's 3 feet of snow.
Hello.
Good night, all.
Milo.
Julie, Mama,
Yes.
Milo,
Lynn.
Miss Julie, Queen Julie.
Bum, ba, da, bum, bum. Good night.
Da, da, da,